Hi, my name is Daniel Moore. I'm a senior product designer with Access, and today I want to talk about service accounts. Service accounts is a project we've been working on for a while. This is basically the next iteration of what we already have in terms of access tokens, specifically project access tokens. So I don't have my GDK running. Here we are. So currently, access tokens exist here at a project level. You can create a project access token, and when you do that, it creates a user. Let's see. Let's give it a moment. Let's see. I had a a bot token right here. This one I created recently. So imagine if you have 10,000 members in your group. It's kind of hard to find that without doing a search. Probably the optimal idea would be to just drop it in a sub item here. What we want to do is find a way to improve this behavior. This was one of the initial prototypes we had done. And the idea is that you have a service account section, be able to create a service account, give it a name, give it an avatar, give it some role, and you can choose what kind of token. You give it your scopes and it generates a token. And the idea is you can then make any changes, add more tokens here if you need for different features or different access levels. And then you can remove or go back to the edit or create a new service account. This was one of the prototypes we had already tested with stakeholders to see does this process make sense, and so we have a bit of some updates in regards to that. We're looking at actually maybe improving the process by doing what's we call unifying the tokens. So I spoke with Serena here. She's one of our backend engineers, and we had a lot to discuss in regards to this topic here, which is unified tokens. So the idea is that we would unify our project access tokens, personal access tokens, deploy tokens, and this idea that we had with group level or instance level tokens. This was kind of like an older topic. You see here, it's been about a year since we were talking about this. But the idea of unifying a token is instead of having all these iterations of different tokens, that the feature would just be one specific behavior or one specific action to create a token and live in one place in the database, and then have service accounts work off of that. So that is the next step in the service accounts project, is to actually go and unify the tokens first, which would then, my next step would be to actually change or improve this prototype that we have here to try and see if there's a more logical way of doing this with a unified token. So there's a few concerns that we have specifically. If we unify the token, we might have a problem because a deploy token actually generates a token. An access token creates a token and a user account. So that will definitely put a change on this behavior where we have a token generation process through separate tokens. Here I said earlier where it creates a seat. This is going to need a rethink. So that's currently where I am at with service accounts. And thanks for listening.